the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sportsmanship program, Raise the Bar. Sportsmanship does matter, and we ask for your support in demonstrating respect for the game and all the participants by refraining from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. Let's do rowdy right.
And what made me nervous is it's like they're just the idea of depression and stuff. Like with this, it can be super easy to sit inside and sulk. And it's like, man,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
she's doing good.
I've been nervous about that stuff because she's been suicidal. Like so many different issues. But I feel like she's been awesome. So I think there is something about, and I think there is something about her going the truth about her. And somehow it's like setting the free. It doesn't mean I don't know all of them say that way, but and it's not that it's not hard. But Clint told me the other day. But he knows what needs to happen. It's a better for everything.
Based on how they played the first half of the season, even if they just won 2 or 3 games, they're going to at least be a 3 or 4 seed. But that leaves everybody fight for those other 2. Now, Snow Canyon can help themselves out by getting hot and putting a win streak together and letting some of the other teams maybe with the parity in Region 9 this year beat up on each other and hope that they can find their way back into the race. But certainly the playoffs have to start now. To your comment about Joey Robertson, I call him Joey Buckets. He has had, according to Coach Meacham, some more of our Camping World coaches' comments. Your adventure starts in 2019 on Hilton Drive or campingworldstgeorge.com. He said, looked at me, said he has had his best 3 days of practice the entire season. And I feel like tonight he's got to be really assertive and have a big game for us. So Coach Meacham was thinking along the same lines of you. And we'll see how Joey Buckets plays tonight.
You know, I think in his senior year, he's the unquestioned guy on this team and is a leader on the team. And every game that I've covered of Joey's, he's been great this year. His footwork is awesome. He demands the ball. He's got that soft touch. He, they got to double team him, and he does a good job of working inside and then out and finding some of the shooters on Snow Canyon. And they just need to keep working it. For me, it's shot attempts. Can he get 8, 9, 10 shot attempts a game? If so, they usually compete a lot better, especially if he's able to go to the line and make free throws as well for the Warriors.
We'll see how it plays out tonight as both teams continue to warm it up. We're getting closer to the tip between the Snow Canyon Warriors and the Falcons of Canyon View High School up there in Iron County. And we've got it for you here on the Triple Cast tonight, TV, internet, and radio, CEC TV, sportsradio977.com, and, of course, 97.7 ESPN locally for you. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll dig into the Bucks Ace hardware tools to the game. We'll also get you closer to the Sky Mountain starting lineups after this break.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Stegmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Stegmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Stegmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah. Carrick, we got shooter in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Let's go.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides, and that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But
We
you
just
see
didn't
what
see
I'm
it.
saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech. Okay, and I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Yeah, back in the jungle and Friday night of high school hoops here on the Triple Cast inside the Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. The other games tonight, if you're looking for Dixie, the Flyers are playing the Redmen. The longest two oldest schools renew their rivalry tonight. That'll be over at the hangar at Dixie High School, and we'll have Hearst Ace Hardware updates of that one. Cedar lost the first matchup at home by 4 to Dixie. And then Desert Hills is out in the Tigers' den in Hurricane. And after 2 losses last week, the Tigers trying to get 2 wins this week after they beat Cedar on Wednesday night. And so should be fun. We'll keep you updated on those other games tonight. Your thoughts on all 3 matchups tonight?
That Desert Hills Hurricane game is going to be a barn burner up there at the Tigers' den. I mean, the first time they played went to overtime. Now that Dominic Scott is back for Hurricane, that makes them even more dynamic offensively. They scored, 80-something points earlier this a couple days ago at home. Desert Hills is looking to kind of keep themselves in the top 3 of the standings and maybe even climb even higher than that. But that's going to be an all-out battle. I'm looking forward to that. And then Cedar, obviously had the injury to Dallin Grant, re-aggravated his shoulder. Not sure his status for tonight, but they've got a lot of young talent. Dixie's one of the best teams in region record-wise, but they're in a lot of close games. I mean, it seems like every game they play is within 5 points, 2 points, 1 point. And so I think Cedar can challenge them again, even on the road at the hangar.
All right, so we'll see how those other games play out for you tonight. And again, Pineview, who's unbeaten, is on the bye, so they get Friday night off. Update for you here inside our Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Into the third quarter, the Dixie State Trailblazers women's basketball team is playing number 20 team in the country, Colorado Mesa, and they're getting beat 56-32. The men will play about 7:30 tonight. So, and it's been a grueling stretch to start conference play, but February looks a lot better. Both the men and women will have a bunch of home games remaining on. In fact, I think just one more road trip for both the men and women. So get ready to pack the Burns Arena. Our next radio broadcast of Dixie State Hoops will be right here on CEC TV and on 97.7 next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. Of course, CEC TV has every home game for you of Trailblazer women's and men's basketball. Let's take a look at our Bucks Ace Hardware tools to the game and invite you to stop by Bucks Ace Hardware today, tomorrow, this weekend for hand-picked brands like Valspar Paint, Craftsman Tools, Steel Products. Of course, they've got the largest gun selection and the coolest display, plus deals on guns and ammo and everything you could possibly imagine at Bucks Ace Hardware. They're out there, State Street in Hurricane, and the new location in the Dinosaur Crossing, just down there past South Mall Drive. Thanks, Bucks Ace Hardware. And let's look into the tool bag first for the home team, the Snow Candy Warriors. Andy, what do they need? Well,
Number one, obviously turnovers and rebounding at home, but one of the biggest things, Trevor Farrow has been shooting the lights out for Canyon View. He's made 16 threes in his last 4 games at 62%. He's one of the most underrated three-point shooters in the region, I believe, this year. Snow Canyon can't lose him in transition. They've got to close out hard, get their hands up, because he'll kill you from the three-point line. And then obviously maintaining Holmes and Lyman as well. That big three, if you can keep any of them under double digits, keep them off the free throw line, you'll give yourself a chance to win the night. But you can't turn the ball over. Something Snow Canyon struggled with this year from the preseason into the region is turning the ball over 17, 18, 23 times a game, and they've got to limit turnovers here tonight.
Let's take a look at Canyon View. Tools to the game, Bucks Ace Hardware. obviously saw Canyon View a little bit some preseason, but I haven't seen them in almost 2 months, Andy. And I'm excited to see Coach Potter and the kids in the second half of the region season.
Yeah, me too. I think tonight against Snow Canyon is they've got to keep Cole Warner in the stable. If he gets running, if they're turning the ball over, Warner's averaging 10 points a game, but in games when the pace is high, he can average 17, 20 points a game. But he's one of the best athletes in transition in the region. And Canyon View's got to keep the ball on their side, not have a lot of live ball turnovers, because if they do, that's where Cole Warner takes off, and like I said, he's one of the best at it that we have.
Yeah, Cole Warner, is fast. He can get up and down the court. It will be interesting if you look at what the coaches decide to do, that chess match between Coach Meacham and Coach Potter. Who wants to try to gamble with some early pressure defense, maybe throw the full court, half court press, and will Snow Canyon try to zone Canyon View to try to take away the 3 tonight? So give me some strategies that will play out over the course of the game this evening. Well, that's going to do it for our Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Thanks to Bucks Ace Hardware, Camping World for our coaches' comments. What we're going to do is we're going to pause a couple minutes for our national anthem, and then we'll come back with the Sky Mountain starting lineups. They'll put the lights down, they'll crank it up, a little Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle, and that's all coming up after this 2-minute timeout. It's the Warriors taking on the Falcons next on your Region 9 Radio Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
We have to be responsible ourselves for our minds.
True, right? But that's
we can't palm it off on being unwitting dupes and just say, oh well, it doesn't count because I got played.
Well, we have some unwitting dupes, Jennifer.
We do, but you can't say because we got played by the Russians that we have to redo the election.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
4 points a game. Parker Holmes, he averages 14.6 points per game. As we get the rest of the starting lines for you, brought to you by Sky Mountain. Jackson Jorgensen gets the nod tonight with, that's Datstrup. That's Kyle Sorensen getting the start instead. So here, let's do that reset one more time as TV rejoining us. Mason Lyman, Parker Holmes, Dallin Brindley, and Jackson Datstrup. Those are your starters for Coach Robbie Potter, who spent some time down here in Washington County and then took the job up there in Iron County. And this is a team that plays with a lot of the fundamentals and the team disciplines that you like, and that's why they're 3-3, right in the middle of a fight for a playoff bid at the halfway point.
Yeah, they're great. They've been good on the road this year. They've been awesome at the Nest up at Canyon View, but now the Jungle Guns N' Roses blaring here at Snow Canyon High School.
Yeah, of course they're going to start Cole Warner, Chance Barney. Barney getting the first introduction. He'll be a guard. He is a senior on this team. He's an energy guy, can really score around the rim. He's a good rebounder as far as his size goes. There's McKay Meacham. He's a good three-point shooter, can facilitate.
They got Princess Leia out there greeting all the starters. I guess it's Star Wars night or something here at the Jungle.
The junior Cole Warner, right at 10 points a night. And a little handshake from Princess Leia. They don't have enough lightsabers in the crowd, though, tonight. Jacob Dunkley getting the nod. He's right at 6 points a game. And then the big man downside, Joey Buckets Robertson, wearing number 33. That's your Sky Mountain starting lineup. They had their first round of the Hurricane Valley Amateur tonight. And if you want to get your tee times, make sure and hit it to the sky by calling 435-635-7888. Andy, final thoughts as we got the introductions in moments away from the tip here, Warriors and Falcons.
Yeah, just Snow Canyon's got to harness this energy at home and try to get one tonight in front of this great student section. They got the force working on their side apparently tonight, and they needed to start hot with, I think, getting it down low, going to the rim, and forcing Canyon View to foul early to get them to the line.
The lights come back on here as we are ready to go. Put 8 minutes on the clock. No shot clock high school basketball in the state of Utah. Hoping soon that they get that done. And here we go. So Sorensen, Brindley, Holmes, Farrow, Lyman for the Falcons. Wearing the gray with the light blue numbers, and the Falcons across the chest or the back. No names, just the Falcons. Warner, Robertson, Barney, Meacham, Dunkley. Home whites with the green numbers. And no names across the back. Warriors work from right to left for us here at the Jungle, and the tip is up, and it is knocked out of bounds and last touched by Cole Warner. And it'll be Canyon View basketball.
That looked like Robertson may have had a chance to snag it, but he just wasn't sure who touched it. He didn't want to take the gamble.
Trigger in to Lyman. Lyman running the point, kicks left side. Farrow back straight away. Up top it goes to Sorensen. One bounce to the elbow. Kick it back out. Brindley. Now Lyman gets it. And we've played now 20 seconds and pretty patient opening possession here. Man-to-man defense applied by the Warriors. Back up top, it's Farrow with it. Hoping that we get everybody the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert tonight. We need over 55 points by one of the two teams to send everybody over to Yogurtland as there's a turnover, the first of the night. That was a really timid possession by Canyon.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. Just kind of odd, a lot of passing without a lot of purpose, and then just a bad pass out of bounds to turn it over.
Meacham walks it across half court, pointing things out. Now to Warner. Zone D here applied. Kick to the corner to Meach. Back up Dunkley. Good look at a three and splash. He hits it, Jacob Dunkley.
Dunkley has that capability. We've seen it at times this year. He's a bit of a streak shooter, but to get him hot early, seen one go down big for the Warriors.
A pick-up top set by Dallin Brindley, and they're going to call it on the Warriors for pushing through it, and it's going to go against Meacham. First team foul, first personal for Meacham here with 6:55 left first quarter. Warriors off that triple by Dunkley have the 3-0 lead up there on the one-loss scoreboard. One law keeping track of the score. Your dedicated personal injury attorneys. Welcome everybody in on 97.7 ESPN, CEC TV, and everybody watching on sportsradio977.com. Into the middle it goes, nothing there. Finally Sorensen gets rid of it. Goes down to Holmes. Parker had a bounce pass instead. Kicks it back out to Farrow, and they'll reset. Farrow tries to cross over, lost the handle. Now goes to the free throw line. Kicks to Brindley. Now in the corner to Holmes. Holmes, triple threat positions. Has his dribble if he wants it. Now kicks it back out to Lyman. Still haven't attempted a shot in the game as they almost turn it over. It was tipped, though, as Farrow goes back into the backcourt to get it. He'll stop, pop, good look at a three. Missed it, rebound tipped, and Warner secures a defensive rebound for the Warriors. Warner whips it to Barney. Back to Warner, outside the three-point line, now down inside to Joey Robertson. Nice little pretty spin move in the finish. Joey Buckets doing work.
Yeah, that short baseline, catches it squares, and then spins inside with the touch.
And Coach Meacham said we want Joey to be really aggressive tonight, and he was on his first look as he hits the bucket. Now Meacham diving on the floor, ball's kicked around, and now a tie-up, and it'll be Snow Canyon on the alternate possession, I believe.
Yeah, the energy is completely on Snow Canyon's side. I don't know if Canyon View wasn't expecting a lot of man defense by Snow Canyon tonight, but they look out of sorts offensively, turnover after turnover, and Snow Canyon starting this game great.
Meacham, hand off on a little weave, gives to Warner. Hand it back to Meacham on a little bounce pass. Meacham now to Barney, whip it left side to Dunkley, extra pass to the corner, lob it into Robertson, too high. Turnover there on Warner.
Yeah, good position there by Robertson, just a really bad pass, too high from
Lyman
Warner.
driving in, had it stripped, saves it, kicks it back out. Falcons can reset. Brindley whips down low. Nice spin move by Holmes, and he can't finish. And the rebound not collected by Joey Robertson, but he got a piece of it, and Barney's able to secure it. 5-0. Snow Canyon on top here in the jungle. Meacham, low dribble, starts to penetrate, now goes backdoor cut to Warner, good little pass. He kicks cross court to Dunkley, steps into an 18-footer, missed it, too strong. Farrow, whip it on a bounce to Brindley. Brindley, kick out to Lyman, gets it back. Now Brindley's gonna take a three, and it's out the back iron, but offensive rebound by Farrow. Now he tries to go low, and does, pump fake, Holmes, and finishing, first points of the night. Excuse me, that's not Holmes, that's Kyle Sorensen.
Yeah, and once again, not the prettiest of possession. You had to get an offensive rebound and a pass through a couple Snow Canyon hands to get the bucket, but they're on the board.
Driving, Barney, wraparound pass to Joey Robertson, and he finishes with the right hand. Easy bucket there for Joey.
And I like the action from Snow Canyon tonight, attacking the basket and focusing on getting it to Robertson almost every possession, and they're doing a great job offensively.
Warriors have Ahi and Dalton ready to check in. Next stoppage is Holmes, goes right side to Brindley. Brindley drives, now kicks it to Holmes, extra pass to Lyman in the corner. Lyman, little teardrop floater from the baseline. Wow. Pretty move. Mason Lyman gets the bucket.
Really good touch by Lyman. A good closeout by Barney, but Lyman just had the better move and the shot to go in.
3:30 left on our Paces Culligan clock here from Snow Canyon High School, and the Warriors lead 7-4 over Canyon View. Barney lost the dribble, gets it to Warner. Warner drives in, now takes a little Euro step on a jump stop, and gets the lefty shove to drop through.
And strong move by Warner. We don't see that enough, I don't think, in the half court when he gets it on the wing and just drives into the middle and makes something happen. That time he did it beautifully.
Warriors dig in defensively. Lyman kicks to Brindley. Brindley back out top to Holmes. Holmes going to drive the middle, run into Joey Robertson, and they're going to call a foul on Warner on a reach-in.
Yeah, Warner must have got him from behind after he drives here. We'll see. Yes, trying to slap it, because I thought Joey had pretty good position down low.
Really nowhere to go there, but that wraparound reach called. In goes to the corner, the three up, no. Rebound, Boom Dalton, who just checked in with Ahi. Here comes Warner, crossover. Oh, they picked his pocket, but it's deflected out of bounds off the head of Jackson Jorgensen, who just checked in. So a turnover after a near steal. Barney. You got two lefties on the court, Barney and Warner. Now a double team in a trap, and Dunkley's in trouble, and he turns it over. And then the Falcons turn it back over. How often did you see that happen?
Great job by Holmes and Farrow of the Falcons. They're trapping really well and hard, but got the turnover, just couldn't keep a hang of it.
Yeah, Cody Spencer also was the one that passed it. He just checked in off the bench. Driving, Barney, nice pass. Dalton off the window, got it.
Wow, what a move by Barney to almost go horizontal and still wing it to Dalton for an open layup. He's a fun kid to watch.
Fourth Warrior to score points here in the first quarter. Still 2:08 to play. Warriors lead by 7. 3 won't fall. And rebound secured by Dunkley. Here comes Barney. Bumped, no foul, and a steal. Here comes Spencer. 2-on-2, nothing there really, so he'll spin out to the corner, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Snow Canyon.
And Canyon View's got to kind of figure out what the heck's going on offensively right now. Haven't been in rhythm all game. They're kind of playing ping pong with the ball. It's bouncing all over the place, turning it over, and their shooters aren't getting the ball in position to shoot. Credit Snow Canyon for playing aggressive defense, but Canyon View's got to make some changes.
Robertson has 2 buckets, 4 points. Warriors lead is 7. Spin move by Parker Holmes, and then the extra step, and no travel called. Fans wanted it, but he missed the shot anyway. Dalton with the rebound, head to Warner. Warner crossover, kick to the corner. Good look at a 3, short off the front iron, no good. And it's Brindley with the rebound. And now Bryson Kelch is checked in. He's the guy that shot that 3, and now shot up at the other end. It won't go, but it'll stay here. It says our official, it'll be a defensive foul, and it's going against the Warriors.
And Canyon View just kind of last couple possessions imposing their will down low, trying to force Snow Canyon to foul them, which is better than turning it over, as they will inbound here with the stack formation underneath their basket.
It's tipped, and the inbound is stolen. That is the 5th Canyon View turnover. Here comes Ahi in the corner. Whip pass to Robertson. Little up and under, and it's good off the glass. Joey Robertson.
Beautiful move once again by Robertson, showing the patience, getting the Canyon View Falcon up in the air, and then going up with his second move and getting it easy off the glass.
And this is the dominant Joey Robertson that we haven't seen every time out for Snow Canyon, but he looks good tonight. 6 points to lead all scorers. Ball tipped away, but Spencer retains it. Now they'll go to Holmes. Holmes will help defense. Now whip all the way baseline to the Coffin corner. Straight away down to Brindley. Brindley, a little teardrop, middle of the key, and a little flip hook shot goes down for Dallin Brindley. His first points of the night. Much needed bucket for the Falcons.
And now Falcons are going to show a little 3/4 court pressure here, as Warriors, I'm sure, will want to hold for 1 shot.
Barney. Now 20 seconds. An attack. He's going to go up into Holmes, and Holmes draws the foul. The official underneath whistles it. And Parker Holmes didn't like that call. First personal on Parker Holmes. 16.9 seconds left on the Paces Culligan clock. Warner will trigger it. Of course, like always in our broadcast of Region I basketball, we'll be looking for the Dats Trucking Player of the Game. Tough call against Holmes, I thought, Andy. What did you see there?
Yeah, I agree. A tough call that it wasn't, if it was a foul, that it wasn't a shooting foul. They're having him inbound it.
And it goes to Dunkley, loses it. They try to save it, thinking it was a violation, but it wouldn't have been. And now the Falcons travel with it after they'd stolen it.
Yeah, weird sequence there. It was clear they didn't have possession in the front court, but desperately trying to save it in the back court. And then the turnover by the Falcons.
That's the second or third time we've seen a turnover and then a turnover right back the other way. Meacham comes back in. And 8 seconds and ticking. Meacham across half court with 6. To the corner with 5. Inside to Robertson. It's deflected out of bounds. And they got a foul. The outside official is going to call a foul down low. And I think it's going on Kyle Sorensen. Only the second team foul for the Falcons. 3 seconds into Joey. Tip it back to Warner. Warner off the glass. Good, and a foul from the outside.
Couldn't have been executed more perfectly by the Warriors. Little toss pass in up high to Robertson, who tips it right back to the passer. And Warner finishes a contested layup for an and one. That was awesome.
8:10 left on the clock. It's 15-6 as Warner goes to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. First free throw of the night for either team, and down it goes. Warner's got 5. He got enough to catch and release.
Yeah, I love that play. If they're not going to front the passer, throw it up to your tallest guy and just get an easy tip in. And Warner shows off his excitement there. What a first quarter for Snow Canyon.
3/4 court shot no good. 16-6 Warriors when we come back on your Region 9 Radio Network and CEC TV.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor?
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home? Or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Well, Andy, 16-6. This was the start that Coach Meacham was sure looking for when you haven't won a game in region play so far this year.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, they've had opens to games like this season, but they've been able to kind of keep it going throughout the rest of the game. Let's see if they can maintain here in the second quarter.
Backdoor pass to Lyman has it stolen away. It was too far out in front by Ahi. Give it up to Warner with some nifty dribbling. He'll bring it behind the back and finally gets it across half court to Ahi. Coach Meacham signaling a little whirly bird motion with his hand, and Warner's just going to drive in, hang, and kiss it off the window, and down it goes.
And he's playing with confidence tonight, going to the basket and being a catalyst for this offense from the perimeter and going left up off the glass. That was awesome.
Largest lead of the night. It's 12, 18-6. Snow Canyon leading Canyon View. Driving in is, and now a travel is called on Malik Dry speed, couldn't get the dribble down as fast as he took as many steps. Jorgensen going to come in for Lyman, so Coach Potter getting some substitution patterns going. Warriors break a little press to Meacham. Good look at a three, and it goes down. Nothing but the bottom. An NAIXL real estate three-pointer, thanks to our friends at Current Christian. And Coach Potter's seen enough. He wants a timeout.
And cool to see the excitement off the bench, not only the players, but the coaches greeting Meacham as he comes off after making a three, and they're playing awesome.
21-6, and we'll take the 30-second timeout. Now let's keep it right here. We'll keep it right here. Meacham's first points of the night on that three. And that's the thing. When you break the press and you get that pass to the wing, the defense trying to recover, and he got the open look.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, he's a guy in that secondary kind of transition, will spot up and just relocate and get an open three, and that's what happened there. And right now, Canyon View has still not found their offense. I mean, their buckets are coming off offensive rebounds and down low and trying to get fouled, but no rhythm jump shots. That's kind of been their bread and butter this year. Guys like Farrow and Holmes getting it close to the basket, driving and getting layups. None of that's been available because of Snow Canyon's defense.
Coach Potter talked it over. Timeout brought to you by Ryan Kramer. Ryan Kramer team at RE/MAX. #1 real estate agent in all of Southern Utah. Dry, goes baseline, kicks it, now whip pass up top. A three on the way from Faro and can't hit it. And Dunkley trying to corral it, has it hit the baseline, and it'll stay with Canyon View.
Man, this Snow Canyon defense is moving. They had 2 or 3 great recoveries. Meacham had one on an open jump shooter that forced him to pass, and then Holmes had to do a kind of a fadeaway jump shot that wouldn't have been a three, and it clanked. Snow Canyon is all over the place defensively.
Snow Canyon leads 21-6, and Warner with the steal. He's going to go in, high-rise lay-in, missed it. He missed it with the right hand.
Kind of had it at an awkward position. He went up with his offhand and decided to try to finger roll it and just went out.
Robertson, though, off of Farrow, three, grabs the rebound. The Warriors have another possession here with 6:10 left in the first half. Up by 15. I keep feeding Joey Robertson down low if I'm the Warriors. Barney's going to drive in, has a step and scores.
Goodness, long strides from Barney getting past the perimeter defender and landed on his left foot, putting it up off the glass.
First points of the night for Barney. Falcons drop it into the low block. Holmes, turnaround jumper, gets a friendly bounce. There's Parker Holmes. First points of the night for him come here. 2 minutes and some change into quarter number 2.
Just a strong play by Holmes. He's been their leading scorer this year, and he's going to keep stepping it up like that.
Jumper for Warner goes down. He's having himself a nice first half. He's got 9. Farrow, kick to the corner. Drive. Back out top to Jorgensen, now left side. 3 drops for Farrow. High arcing 3 for Trevor Farrow, who averages 14.3 points a night. Warriors now lead 25-11. They go into Joey Robertson, baby right hook.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Joey Robertson.
I mean, I just don't know if Canyon has a guy who can in one-on-one coverage stop that from Robertson, and they just need to keep feeding him if I'm Snow Canyon.
17 of the 27 have come from Warner and Robertson. Is there another turnover? Looking at the Wilkinson stats and turnovers, that's now number 8 I have. Of course, unofficial, my stats, but I think I'm correct. And Joey Robertson goes down low block again and scores it.
And no shot. I mean, Sorensen's doing as good as he can down there, but Robertson spins inside, then spins around outside and just makes it look easy.
He's into double figures with 10. 4:19 to go first half, 29-11. Warriors. Warrior fans got to be smiling, saying, where has this been? And now a foul on the floor. The shot dropped, but they won't count it from Trevor Farrow.
And this is kind of a pivotal time for Snow Canyon as we see Meacham, who's going to be called for the block on the ground here on Farrow. But Farrow's made that 3, and they're looking for him. He's going to keep hoisting. They got to keep eyes on him no matter where he goes. They've got to have Meacham follow him around.
Lyman gets the inbound. Back to Farrow. Farrow working a little crossover. Now a little weave to Holmes. Holmes straight away. Goes to Brindley right side. Brindley now goes baseline. Holmes. Triple threat. And dribbles it off the foot of Boom Dalton. Goes right to the Warriors, and here they come. Kelch came away with that. Bryson Kelch checked back in. Barney, hand off. Warner on a curl to the free throw line. Crossover, turn, spin move. And that one didn't drop. Good look for Cole Warner. Again, 29-8, 29-11 as another 3 by Trevor Farrow. Loose ball rebound collected by Joseph Ahe. Give it up to Warner across half court. Coach Meacham slowing it down a little bit. Barney looking at his coach. Has the play. Barney. Warner steps back, takes the 3. No. Rebound. Dalton put back. Yes!
What a play by Dalton. He is that cleanup guy, junkyard dog type. Falls in his lap. He puts it up. Hangs on the rim for a minute, then falls in.
2:54 on the Paces Colligan clock as Boom Dalton's going to get hit with a block call. A little Rocky Mountain Collision. Appreciate our friends at Rocky Mountain Collision. If you've taken a hit, a big hit to a minor hit in an accident, go see the pros. Get your vehicle back drivable again. 673-7757. They take the dent out of accidents. Warriors by 20. 3 from the corner. No. Air ball. Rebound Dalton. Student body chanting air ball. Not much of a student body making the trip down from Canopy tonight. And now we've got an off-ball foul.
Man, I'm just blown away by Snow Canyon's offensive prowess here in the first half as Meacham will sub back in for Kelch, but they're getting it on the inside. Cole Warner's playing with a lot of confidence, pulling up and hitting jumpers. Everything's going right now for the Warriors.
When Canopy's kind of playing like they lost a heartbreaker at home to Dixie on Wednesday. They lost by 2 points, and Snow Canyon's coming in and had a full week off. They didn't play on Wednesday, so they look energized. Cross-court baseline pass in the good handles to rip it away and then score it by Boom Dalton.
And Dalton sometimes has struggled this year because he gets the ball and then everybody just swarms him down low, and sometimes he's missed layups, but tonight he's been great.
And they try to switch the screen so that Holmes shoots it up real quick. Missed it, but rebound. Now driving in, Lyman, flip off the window. Pretty move, and he scores it, Mason Lyman. He's got 4 points. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Barney drops it into Dalton. Back out top to Barney. Now to the free throw line. Warner, he dribbles it and backs it back out. Meacham. Yeah, not extended out to get a count. Now Meacham looks over. What are we running here? Now lost the dribble. Hook pass in traffic. Good hands by Warner. Warner gives it up, gets it back. Now drives left side. Now kicks it down to the corner to Ahi. And we got a whistle and a foul on Mason Lyman on a reach in.
15 foul on Canyon View. Not a lot of free throws here in the first half.
Substitutions coming. So it's Brindley, Holmes, Farrow, Lyman, and down low it is Kyle Sorensen for Canyon View as they dig in defensively. Barney, Meacham, Robertson, Ahi, and Warner for Snow Canyon. Warriors up 33-13. Inside of Robinson. Goes to a little spin move in the middle of the key and scores it with the right hand again.
And he's showing tonight why, coming into the year, he was picked as one of the favorites to win MVP. He's a dominant force, and this is probably his best half of the year.
Free throw jumper won't fall. Rebound, Ahi ripped it away from Holmes. Had 12 points for Joey Robertson, 9 for Warner, 6 for Dalton. A lot of the Warrior points coming in the paint. And they're going to hold for one last shot maybe here with 31 seconds on the clock. It's the largest lead of the night right now. 35-13, now down to 22 seconds and ticking. Canyon View's just sitting back. Warriors will probably go with, 7-8 seconds. Try to get the last shot of what has been a dominant half here at home. Barney now goes with 8. Hand off to Warner. Help defense comes, but a wide open Meacham in the corner. The three is in the air, and he missed it. Rebound tipped around and then flung, but not in time. It won't count if it goes. And we've played 2 quarters, and this is as good as basketball as we've seen Snow Canyon play in Region 9 all season long.
And we see the Warriors as they go into the gym, pumped up, waving to their student section to get up, getting excited. What a performance in that first half. It's the start of the second half of Region, and they could have started a better way here at home.
Give up 6 points in the first quarter. 7 points is all Canyon View can muster in quarter number 2. Meanwhile, the Warriors have the 35-13 lead, and 2 players already near or in double figures. Robertson has 12, and Warner has 9, as 6 different Warriors have scored. We'll come back and we'll bring you the InfoWest halftime report after this 60-second timeout on your Region 9 radio network and CEC TV. 35-13, Warriors lead it.
I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel, someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun's gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
Retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing. After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak. And I appreciated it very much, the attention that was given. My name is Julius Gaines, creative writer, poet, photographer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Yeah, welcome back. Devin Dixon and Andy Thompson. Appreciate InfoWest, the internet people, InfoWest.com. Drill team performing here at the break. And Andy, I'm telling you what, fans here have something to be excited about. This is a very encouraging first half for Snow Canyon after they have lost 6 straight games in Region 9 play.
Yeah, they've shown what they're capable of. They put it all together. We were talking in the pregame. They haven't been able to put it all together for a full game. They put it all together for a full half, and they were absolutely dominant. And I think it was because they were working the paint. They were playing man-to-man defense. Were all over the place. They were switching screens and shooting the gaps in the passing lanes and creating a lot of turnovers. And Robertson, Cole Warner, the guys that you need to play awesome, absolutely did that, and that's why they have that huge lead.
Let's take a look at the Wilkinson statistics for you here in half number 1. Unfortunately for Canyon View fans watching or listening, not lots of scoring with just 13 points. And it was the only guy that had 2 field goals was Mason Lyman. 2 buckets, 4 points. Farrow hit a 3 for his 3 points. A field goal for Parker Holmes for his 2. Brindley has 2 on a little free throw jumper. Almost a little runner from the free throw line. And then Sorensen got 2 down on the low block. I think that out of their 13 points, I think only 2 buckets you would consider points in the paint. And that was not the case for Snow Canyon. Aside from Meacham's 3, about every point came in the paint for the Snow Canyon Warriors. Robertson had 12. Dalton had 6. There's 18 points in the paint. Warner had 9, and most of his were right around the rim in the paint as well. Oh, Dunkley hit another 3, but you know, you're looking at about 26, 27 of the 35 points for Snow Canyon coming down low. Yeah, incredible dominance in the paint. And it wasn't just Robertson with his back to the basket or Dalton getting scrap points after a miss. Guys like Cole Warner driving to the basket, or Chance Barney driving on, on that left side and being aggressive. And that's exactly, I'm sure, what Coach Meacham has been pushing the game plan tonight. Attack the rim. They have advantages down low with Robertson. They're going to have guys kind of float out on him when he goes to the high post, which opens up the driving lanes for guys like Warner, and they took full advantage. Coming up here inside our InfoWest halftime report, we're going to get you some scores from around Region 9. We'll check in on the Utah Jazz game since we have our local sports coverage tonight and are not bringing you the Jazz game. They're at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll do that after this 2-minute timeout. All Warriors 35-13. Joey Buckets has 12. Cole Warner has 9. Boom Dalton 6 off the bench as they are laying it on Canyon View by 22 at halftime. Again, 2-minute timeout. More on your Region 9 radio network after this.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
How do you do it that way?
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah. Oh, Carrick, we got shooting in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Let's go.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides, and that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech. Okay, and I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Welcome back. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you inside our InfoWest halftime report. And Andy, if you were to name a first half Dat-Strucking Player of the Game award, pretty hard to ignore the success of Joey Robertson, although Cole Warner was equally impressive in the first half. 12 for Robertson, 9 for Warner.
Yeah, Robertson was, there's a lot of good players in the region this year, a lot of perimeter players who can shoot, drive, and do all sorts of things. But there isn't a lot of true big guys back to the basket, put them on the block, and feed them the ball. Robertson's one of those guys, and showed in that first half that he can be one of the most dominant players in the region, especially if they're just going to throw one guy at him and he puts his back into him. He can spin inside, he can spin outside, he can go into the paint or baseline and shoot with either hand with touch. And he showed off his full complement of weapons in that first half. It was fun to watch, and Snow Canyon leads Canyon View 35-13 here at home.
The 22-point advantage, some youth dancers performing here as the halftime festivities continue. If you're Coach Potter, it's got to be pretty frustrating conversation going with his guys. He's probably have to do some motivating and a lot of X's and O's. I know Snow Canyon's defense was unbelievable in the first half, but from the get-go, Canyon View looked stagnant on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it was almost as if they come off that tough loss to Dixie. Dixie plays a lot of zone defense. Then they show up at Snow Canyon, make the journey down here. A team that hasn't won in region, the Warriors, probably expecting a win, and then they come out and they're facing this monster, this highly motivated team who's had 3 great days of practice with a great crowd, and just kind of got hit in the mouth a little bit, especially, with Robertson down in the paint. Well, then on the offensive side of the ball for Canyon, they had nowhere to pass it. They had nowhere to go. They couldn't penetrate. Brindley tried to a little bit from the perimeter, but their shooters weren't open. Fair only had 1 3. And that's the guy that Snow Canyon's got to keep eyes on as they try to make a comeback here in the second half, because he can go off, and they're going to be playing with desperation and probably shooting a lot of threes.
At the break, I want to thank a couple of our great local partners helping bring this game to you. People like Utah Gastroenterology. Did you know that a colonoscopy is the most effective method of screening for colon cancer? Detect and prevent one procedure. UtahGastro.com to learn more. Also, our friends at Intermountain Sports Medicine, they provide the athletic trainers throughout Region 9 at tonight's game, of course. You've got Mason Smith from Canyon View, and for Snow Canyon, DeJuan Shakespeare taking care of our student athletes. And I want to appreciate Intermountain St. George Acceleration. They have the acceleration program. They train a lot of our local players. The players like Joey Robertson has went through the Intermountain St. George Acceleration program. Joe Ahi, Cade Garrisoli, Walker Morrison, Justice Barney, some of the others that have trained for the Snow Canyon Warriors basketball team. At the break, again, it's 35-13. Let's check in on the other Region 9 games. But first, let's check with the Jazz, since we're not bringing you that game tonight. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first half at the Viv. And the Jazz leading by 11, 47-36 right now over Minnesota. It was going to be questionable whether Goubert was going to play or not tonight, but he did start and is playing, and he's playing well. 13 minutes on the court, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 assist for Rudy Gobert. Derek Favors has 8 points tonight. Donovan Mitchell continues his great play as of late, though, Andy. 5 of 8, including 2 3-pointers.
Yeah.
He's got 13 points. And Kyle Korver off the bench with 8 in that game as well tonight. They are tied out in the Tigers' Den, 26-26 between Desert Hills and the Hurricane Tigers. So 26-26 the score out there in Hurricane. And we'll get you an update on that Dixie game. I haven't seen a Dixie score for a little bit, but probably nearing halftime of that game as well, as they are at home taking on the Cedar Redmond. And we'll take another timeout and come back and try to get you a couple updates on those scores. We'll talk more about the second half adjustments. It's all one-sided right now through 2 quarters of play, 35-13. Oh, we do have the latest score update we had at the half was 33-20. Dixie leading Cedar by 13. That game probably already starting quarter number 3. So one really good game tied at the half. and then a 13-point and a 22-point game at the break, with Snow Canyon winning here over Canyon View. Desert Hills and Hurricane are tied, and Dixie up 13 against Cedar. Take a 60-second timeout. Back for the second half. Warriors, Falcons, here on your Region 9 network.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to the jungle. Andy, you want to sing like Axl Rose for a second?
Hey, that's you're the Axl Rose cover band, man. That's your thing.
It was about a little less than an hour ago. They turned the lights off and played that. And from the tip, Snow Canyon has dominated this game here inside our InfoWest halftime report. They lead 35-13. Let's talk more second half adjustments. Snow Canyon, I don't know what you really adjust. I think they played as good a half as we've seen all year.
Yeah, I agree. Don't adjust anything but keep your foot on the throttle and just keep going the way that they're doing offensively, working inside out, going to Robertson, allowing Warner and guys like Barney to drive. Dunkley's made a three. Meacham's playing a good game. Just keep it up. Try not to change anything. For Canyon View, on the other hand, they got to change a lot, starting with trying to get some open shots against this devastatingly aggressive Snow Canyon defense.
So, second half underway here, as it'll be the Warriors with possession. They try to go inside to Robertson, and a bad pass there, turnover. Only their fifth turnover of the game, though. They did a pretty good job. The only time Snow Canyon really felt like turning it over is after they got a steal. And then they coughed it right back up. But only 5 now in the game. Stats brought to you by Wilkinson's. Again, we'll be selecting Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. I don't know if we've seen it yet. As Holmes lost the handle, gets it, drives in, scoop shot, no, rebound, Robertson.
Yeah, tough take there by Holmes on the big body of Robertson.
Here comes Barney. Barney wasn't starting the first half of the season, but getting the nod tonight. And it appears that's been a good move for Coach Meacham. He's played solid, only had 1 field goal and 2 points, but pretty much mistake-free basketball for Barney. Handoff to Meacham from Barney. A minute into the half here. Lob it inside to Robertson. Robertson double-teamed immediately, up and under, and finishes with the left hand.
Amazing. I mean, they're playing aggressive on him. Sorensen was bodying him up. He got help from Farrow from the perimeter, collapsing down on Robertson. Didn't matter. Took the contact, and once again puts in another one.
6:36 to go. Warriors 37-13 lead. Kick out, Brindley, passed on the 3. Lyman does as well, lobs it inside to Sorensen. Sorensen tipped away, stolen for the moment. Warner dives on it, and they jump it quickly. It will stay with the Warriors on the alternate possession.
Yeah, quick jump whistle. Warner showing off the hustle, diving to the ground after great hands to poke it away by Joey Robertson.
6:19 and ticking. And a whistle and off. Ball foul called down low. And he'll stay at this end with the Warriors. He's going to come in. Okay, Meacham will check out. Triggered in is Holmes. Lobs it high. Grabbed by Lyman. Corner. And the three, good by Parker Holmes. Well-designed inbounds play that works with the Kirk Christensen NAIXL Real Estate 3. Holmes has just 5 points tonight.
Good deflection there by Brindley. Tips it off Dunkley, goes out of bounds, and Canyonview with a little life in their step now.
Yeah, you got to feel like they got to cut it down to, what, under 12 points, maybe 14 points to have a chance to come back in the fourth quarter. Cut the lead in half, kind of. 21 right now. Holmes, kick out. Now lob it back inside to Holmes, working on Dunkley. He hooked him, but they call a block. The low side official, I don't think he saw that hook. And I don't know if he gained advantage by it either. From our angle, though, you can see that wrap around the back.
Yeah, tough call against Dunkley there. And Canyonview not getting a lot of high pick and roll action going tonight or screens at all. It's mainly isolation against man-to-man. As another great defensive play by Warner and Robertson to get the turnover on the inbounds play. And here come the Warriors.
Here comes Cannon. Good look for Robertson. Little heat check three, nothing. Doing on that one as it hits the back iron, no good. Didn't miss by much, though. It was online, just too strong. Kick left side. Brindley's going to take a three. And he got it. Brindley, it's almost like a knuckleball. There's no spin out of the hand. A line drive three for Brindley.
And Snow Canyon had to expect a different Canyonview team to come out of that locker room. And already we've seen 2 threes fall for the Falcons. And another beautiful finish by Barney off the high glass. The left side.
Barney's got 2 buckets and 4 points. And a shot up and again hits the three.
Brindley from deep and Dunkley I thought was in decent position, just didn't close out hard enough. And everything falling right now for the Falcons.
Yep, good start for them. They've cut the lead down to 17. And now a tough shot hits the baseline, but Joey Buckets grabs the rebound and puts it home.
Yeah, Dunkley's shot hits the side of the backboard, bounces back to him. He tips it to Robertson, who gets another easy layup.
He's got 4 points in the second half, 16 on the night. And another whistle off ball. So, Falcons have Brindley, a little high picket fence. They go to Holmes. Holmes, 10 feet out, turns, faces, attack, tries to reverse it, blocked away by Robertson, blocked again by Joey Robertson, and he handles it.
Wow, Holmes has had a tough night down in the paint against Robertson. That's 2 possessions this half where he's just had nowhere to go.
Quick shot by Barney, won't fall. And a steal by Warner. He'll lay it off the glass, and good, and a foul comes. Cole Warner with the thievery in the finish.
Awesome job by Warner, not to just turn his back and run back on defense, but to stay alert, get the interception, and take it hard on Holmes to get an and one.
.350 left here in quarter number 3. 43-22, and Warner trying to cap it off. The three-point play from the Fabulous Freddy's foul line. He couldn't do it, missed it, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on Boom Dalton. That's his second personal foul. And already quick 14 fouls called. So here comes Lyman. Lyman off a high screen. And it's stolen away by Warner. Warner's going to go in and lay it with the right hand. This time he slows down. He missed one in the first half. Not that time for Cole Warner.
Goes off the glass this time, and telegraph pass. That time from Lyman to Brindley. Great interception.
He's got
now
13.
I got an offensive foul away from the ball on Lyman.
Yep. 13 for Cole Warner, 16 for Joey Robertson. And a 23-point lead on the one-loss scoreboard. Warriors up 45-22. 3:24 left here in the third quarter. Barney jogs it across half court, goes right angle to Warner. Warner crossover, step back, 17-footer blocked. Dalton, though, the offensive rebound, but a foul. They got a foul down low. And they're going to get Robertson. They are. They got Joey Robertson. He can't believe it.
Yeah, everybody was just kind of waiting to figure out who it was on, including Brindley, but apparently Maybe a little push off on Robertson.
The Warriors picking up where they left off in the first half.
Brindley is on fire, knocks down another one from the wing, another 3-ball. Curry Christensen, and is that second, third? This
is
quarter?
Third in the quarter.
Wow.
3 threes from Brindley. He's now in double figures with 11, and Joey Robertson answers with the bucket again. He's got 18. Back and forth we go, but Candy View can't afford to trade buckets.
This long one there, rebounded by Chance Barney, and here come the Warriors. He'll drive hard left, go underneath the basket, try to get it to Dalton. We got an interception. Here come the Falcons.
And ahead of everybody, Warner's trying to sneak from the backside for a block, but cannot. And the lane is up and good.
Jackson Jorgensen with the thievery and the bucket.
His first points of the night. Saw a little bit of time in the first half, but didn't score. Into the scorebook, and the lead is 47-27. Ahi kicked to Warner into Joey Robertson. Had to leave his man to go get that pass. Turnaround flip shot from the baseline, and Joey is on fire tonight.
He is in the zone, and I thought a foul could have been called on Sorensen pushing him off of his spot, but Joey got the ball 7 feet away, didn't matter, throws it in.
This is the Joey Robertson that the Warriors have been looking for, and there's a bucket good by Jorgensen. Jackson Jorgensen, a little step back. Was a deep 2, not a 3. And now we got a timeout. Timeout is full timeout. We'll take it. 49-29, 1:36 left in the third quarter. Warriors with the comfortable lead over Candy View on the one-loss scoreboard.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience, mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another
Andy,
round.
how does Candy View get...
There is a place.
On your side where the 3-ball is actually going down, and it is this half so far. Brindley has, made 3 in this quarter. I think Jorgensen's having a good shooting quarter here in the third. He's not in the game anymore, but they just need shots to fall. But Snow Canyon's doing a good job on the other end, getting easy buckets and still feeding Robertson.
20 tonight for Joey Buckets. Lead is 20. Backdoor to Dunkley, and the pass is tipped away and stolen. Who almost dragging the foot was Spencer, and then he throws it past to Farrow, and it's deflected out of bounds. But Candy View will retain. 1:15 left third.
Another deflection. How long are Cole Warner's arms? He's like go-go gadget out there. Try to throw it around him. He just tips it away. That time it'll stay with Canyon View.
Here comes Farrow, crossed half court, guarded by Meacham. Drop it to the baseline to Holmes. Whip pass across the court. Now extra pass to the corner, 3 in the air, rolls around, spins out, no good. Rebound Dunkley. Here comes Snow Canyon. Meacham across the timeline, kicks to Dunkley. Dunkley whip it to Warner. Warner thought about the 3, stays triple threat, now backs it back out, now crosses over through the legs, and now goes back out near the SC at midcourt and hands it to Meacham. 42 seconds left in the quarter. We'll be looking for our Jimmy John Super Sub of the game tonight. And we'll officially name that in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Warner drives in, hangs, can't hit. Tough shot. Almost a double dribble, it appeared, but no call. Here comes Candy View now with 23 seconds. Ball is stolen away, but we got a whistle and a foul first. 21.9 seconds in the quarter. Jazz didn't close the half out very strong, Andy. They had about a 14, 15-point lead there late in the half, and Minnesota rallied to cut it to 7. So the Jazz still lead 52-45 at the halfway point. Triggered in is Holmes. Jorgensen wanted the deep three. Instead, goes to Lyman, and Lyman throws it down low. Good save by Sorensen, and a three by Lyman is dropped.
Big shot by Lyman, cuts it to under 20 point lead now for the Warriors.
Lyman's got 7, and a timeout taken by Coach Meacham. It's at 30 with 4.7 left on the clock. Lead is 17. We'll keep it right here. Remind you, coming up this weekend on ESPN Radio, Pro Bowl coverage.
Yeah, we got Pro Bowl coverage. We got Utah Jazz on Sunday night as well. We're going to try to go to the Jazz game, the end of it tonight, after all the Region 9 action ends.
We're late here, third quarter, and they're just at the half, so might be able to get to the conclusion that entire fourth quarter as the Jazz lead by 7. Your Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 score updates. Haven't seen anything updated since the half. We had Dixie up 13 at the half against Cedar, and we had Desert Hills and Hurricane tied at the half at 26 apiece. Continue to pass along scores. Appreciate Hearst Ace Hardware, corner Boulevard Bluff. Lob it backdoor to Warner, tip it up too strong. No good on the alley-oop attempt. And whip pass to half court, and didn't shoot it in time, and that'll end the quarter.
I thought a great drawn-up play out of the break there by Coach Meacham. He's had a couple of those. That time, Cole Warner just wasn't able to get a good handle on it to put it up off the glass.
All right, we've played 3 quarters, 49-32. Snow Canyon has the lead here on your Region 9 network. Back for the fourth quarter after this.
Hey guys, how are you today? Good. I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I groomed the Halo world to life. Is that you? That is me. I wasn't a math genius, and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things. I want your job. I want you to have my job.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. The big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Yep, we're back. Start of the fourth quarter. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here. Chance Barney and the Warriors going to work. Up by 17. And a turnover. Warriors toss it out of bounds. Canyon View chipped away, outscored Snow Canyon by 5 in the quarter, the third quarter. Still finding themselves down big. Have to think that they need to get hot from the field, and a turnover won't help. And another turnover that breeds a turnover for these two teams.
Yeah, seriously, they're contagious. That time just a wild pass from underneath the basket from Lyman, trying to get it to Brindley, but Warrior was right there for it.
Barney, guarded by Lyman, goes to Meacham, steps into a 3, high arcing air ball. Robertson goes and gets it, and I think he was pushed on a box out there, and it's going to go against Kyle Sorensen. It's his second personal foul. Just the third team foul for Canyon View. 16 fouls for Snow Canyon, so their next will put Canyon View into the bonus. Robertson gets the inbound pass, kicks it out. Great look at a 3. It's in the air from Warner, and he missed it too strong. And here comes Parker Holmes. Holmes to Brindley. Brindley's hit 3 threes in the quarter, the third quarter. He's got 11. Farrell would take a three, no good. Tip from Barney over to Dunkley, racing ahead. Dunkley stops, lays it up, and lays it home.
Good finish and great heads up by Barney and awareness to tip it to where his guy was going to be. Got it right to Dunkley, and good finish as well by Dunkley.
5 points in the game for Dunkley. We'll give and go, pick and roll, and it's turned over. Warner scoops it, racing ahead. Good defense by Brindley. Contested shot, but Cole Warner gets the floater over the top anyway.
And so many fast breaks tonight for Snow Canyon, and we've seen their horses get outrun. Cole Warner at the head of that group with a bunch of points tonight off turnovers.
Cole Warner's got 15. Nice move, a little around the world, and finishing with a kiss is Parker Holmes.
He's had a lot of contested attempts tonight. That time learned his lesson not to get it blocked and move the ball before he shot it up. And good, now he'll get a foul on the perimeter, does Holmes against Barney.
Dixie State, last report about 10 minutes ago, rolling the men's team out on the road against Colorado Mesa, leading 33-15. So Juddy and the guys trying to put a little 3-game win streak together if they can grab that win tonight. We'll keep you posted on that one. Inbounds, lob it inside to Dalton. Dalton had 6 first-half points, hasn't got a shot in the second half. Meacham drives baseline. Dunkley has it. Good defense by Brindley. Turnaround jumper goes anyway for Jacob Dunkley.
Beautiful little baby hook with a hand in his face by Dunkley. I didn't think that had a chance, but nothing but net.
Wow. And now Candyview needing buckets, and they get a 3.
Brindley drills another one, his 4th of the second half from the top of the key deep. And they need a bunch more of those. He's on fire.
He's got 14. And 4 of them triples. Shake Kern Christensen, NAIXL Commercial Real Estate, the leader in Southern Utah. Nice little defensive play as Barney has to give it up to Meacham. Meacham was behind the back there now. Little head fake, drive, spin, and a little teardrop underhand scoop shot won't fall. Not the best shot from Meacham there. Now Holmes might have traveled, no call. Farrell for 3, got it. Nothing but the bottom for Trevor Farrow, and Coach Potter takes a quick timeout.
And Farrow hasn't gotten a lot of those, but the whole bench stood up and knew that one was going in wide open. He drills it. Cuts the lead to 15.
30-second timeout. We're back. Farrow hits the 3. 55-40 on the one-loss scoreboard.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Yeah, Sky Mountain Golf Course, one of our great sponsors of Region 9 basketball. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here on CEC TV, ESPN 97.7, and streaming on sportsradio977.com. Official Bruce Clark talking with assistant coach Kenny Cundy as both teams break out of the timeout. 4:44 to go. Snow Canyon by 15. Coach Potter trying to probably set up what he wants over the final 4:44. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of pressure defense. Try to force the Warriors into some turnovers. They're going to try to break the pass up. You can't as they get it into the front court to Ahi. Probably a risky throw, but Warner got it to him. Now Warner drives, crossover, and can't finish. Great move, just didn't have the touch, and it's last touch by Candyview, though, as the loose ball rebound was fought for by both teams.
Yeah, 50-50 there, and it goes the way of the Warriors. And I like Warner just going to the rim, even though up 15, probably wanted to drain some clock, but I think more effective to extend the lead because Canyonview's playing on the balls of their feet right now and trying to wage a comeback.
Driving, Barney, and left hand. Oh, didn't have enough English on it, and rebound ripped down inside by Sorensen. Warriors really got to take away the threes here. In the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds, they do. So they go to a free throw, 15-foot leaner. No good. Boom, Dalton, nice rebound. Outlet to Warner. Warner's going to spin out and run the half-court offense. You think Warner, by stretching you out, can blow by you, though, as he does exactly that. Drives to the middle, draws the defense to him, kicks to the corner to Dunkley. Now he'll bring it back out near half court, give it to Barney. Warriors by 15. Barney, Dalton. Dalton wide open in the corner, but he's not a three-point shooter. Now a beautiful feed, and Dunkley's going to miss it. Oh, he just left it short off the glass and couldn't get it to drop.
Good offensive possessions by Snow Canyon to work the ball around with intent, but just a missed layup there by Dunkley.
Brindley splits the double team, and the left-hand shot won't go, and a jump ball called. And Sorensen and Dalton both fighting down low for that possession.
And Dalton's been good tonight underneath. Looks like he'll be subbed out now for Robertson.
Thunder have went cold in the third quarter. 48-34, Hurricane is leading Desert Hills.
Wow. 48-34.
It was tied at halftime. Tigers outscored the Thunder by 14 points in the third, and now a turnover by Canyon View. Let's see, that is Canyon View's 13th turnover. I only have Snow Canyon for 8. A big advantage in that department, and a credit to the defense Snow Canyon's played tonight. 3:19 to go, still a 15-point lead. And it feels like nobody scored for about the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. And Barney's trying to change that. Drives in, he's fouled, doesn't get it to fall.
So Canyon continuing to be aggressive going towards the rim. There's still 3 minutes left in this game. But they're scrapping on the other side of the ball. Defensively, they're trying to, fight for rebounds, getting jump balls, putting on a little bit of pressure even in the full court after they miss a shot on their end. They're playing at 100% still with a huge lead as we see Barney drive hard. His patented left-handed scoop layup just rims out.
Jazz second half action is underway. We're going to join that game in progress.
Yeah, we'll go to that game.
There's still 9:53 left in the third quarter, so early on in the third quarter, it's 57-47. Jazz lead Minnesota by 10. Barney's first free throw is good. His second from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line is also good. Solid night for Barney. Chance has 6 points. Great floor game, I feel like. And now he's digging in defensively on Lyman. A nice screen set. They try to drop it in low. Scramble on the court, and Holmes comes away with it, and they're going to call a reach foul on the Warriors' defense.
Falcons have had no luck with those interior passes trying to get it to Holmes, who's led him in scoring this season. He's had a fairly quiet game, but every time they try to pass it to him, he gets knocked away or he gets blocked by Snow Canyon. This time fouled. He'll go to the line. Down 17, 57-40. Snow Canyon leads with 2:57 left on your one-loss scoreboard.
See what happens here moving forward for Snow Canyon as Holmes gets the front end. If they hold on to win this game, still got an uphill battle, Andy, but it's got to be a welcome sight to see a comfortable lead here late in the game when you're searching for your first win after an 0-6 start in region play.
Yeah, after losing to Cedar in the battle of the unbeatens a couple games ago, to come out like this against Canyon View, who's beaten a lot of good teams this year, and just blasting them here at home is pretty heartening, I'm sure, for Coach Meacham heading in to the rest of region play.
Barney's going to drive and kick after Holmes hit both free throws. It's a 15-point lead again, 57-42. Good news, over 55 points. All our listeners, viewers can head over to Yogurtland tonight for the next 2 hours for the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. Compliments of our friends at Holbrook Asphalt. First 5 ounces yogurt are free. Just ask for your free Holbrook Asphalt dessert at checkout at Yogurtland. As Cole Warner gets an and one, and he'll go to the line. That might be your appliance wholesalers playmaker play of the game. Is this probably going to seal it here?
Yeah.
Still 2:40 to go, but a big bucket by Warner, and he can't convert from the free throw line.
Yeah, he got called on the block. Canyon View did, and the refs weren't sure if it was going to count as an and one, but they gave it to him. His big shot there, knocked down by Lyman. Jumper.
Deep two. They say his foot was on the line, and now a quick foul. Canyon View's going to try to turn this into a free throw shooting contest. as the lead is 15 again. For Lyman, he's got 9 points. Parker Holmes has 7. Dallin Brindley is your leading scorer for Canyon View. He's got 4 threes and a field goal for his 14 points. And Jackson Jorgensen has 4 points. Joey Robertson has 20, but yet to score in the fourth quarter. And the front end missed. And Warner's got 15. Lyman driving, hanging, pretty little left-hand lane is good for Mason Lyman.
And that's going to cut the lead to 13 for Snow Canyon. Quick timeout from the Falcons. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
And we'll take it. Quick break. Come back for the finish. 59-46. Snow Canyon leads Canyon View on the 1-loss scoreboard.
I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun is gonna shine on me. Sun is gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
2:15 to go. They get it in to Barney. Barney crossed half court. Snow Canyon wants to burn some clock. Now we get it to Warner. Warner skips it over to Meacham. Meacham guarded by Holmes. How long did he go here without fouling? Under 2 to play. And finally the foul comes from Lyman on Warner, and they'll put Warner back on the free throw line.
I think not a bad guy to foul. Warner, who's a good free throw shooter, hasn't really been tonight. He's rimmed out a few. And 13-point game here for Canyon View. And threes are falling for him, so they still have a little inkling of hope that they might be able to come back into this one. Warner drills the first free throw.
And yeah, that's the key. I mean, you make some free throws, and last 2 minutes, even if Canyon View gets some threes, too big of a deficit as Warner gets the second one as well. So Cole Warner's got 17 points tonight. Robertson's got 20. Nice little 1-2 punch. Now Holmes. Little gamble by Barney. Almost got the steal. Brindley's going to take the 3. And Brindley, another one. That's his 5th of the night.
He is unbelievable. I mean, that one just catch and shoot high above his head with a defender right in his grill. He knocks it down anyway.
1:30 to go. And a whistle and a foul out top. The league dry. Lead is 12. Warriors closing in on their first Region 9 victory.
Dry gives a little push to the stomach there of Barney, who's had an excellent game tonight for Snow Canyon.
First Ace Hour update, Utah Jazz lead by 11, 65-54, 6:41 to go. We're going to be jumping to that game after our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. And a timeout on the floor, 62-49. Full timeout, we'll grab it. Hear from our great local sponsors, then back for the finish here. All Warriors as they lead Canyon View on CEC-TV at 97.7 ESPN.
Responsible ourselves for our minds.
True, right? But that's
we can't
that's
palm it off on being unwitting dupes and just say, oh well, it doesn't count because I got played.
Well, we have some unwitting dupes, Jennifer.
We do, but you can't say because we got played by the Russians that we have to redo the election.
Andy Thompson alongside me tonight. Devin Dixon with you, and Warriors closing in on win number 1 in region play here in late January.
Yeah, I couldn't have drawn it up really any better for Coach Meacham and how his guys came out and played with fire tonight. And this is the kind of game you can build on. You know, you might still be on the outside looking in with how competitive it is for those top 4 spots, but nonetheless, in his first year here, obviously wants to end the season on a good note as Barney makes his second free throw.
I like the night chance Barney's had. Lead is 14. Inside, Lyman, no, but a foul. It was blocked away, and Warner was racing ahead. Barney will get the foul. That's his second. And 1 and 1. No, they're going to stay on the shot here, so it's going to be 2 shots for Lyman. Lyman's first is up and good anyway. Lyman. Pretty productive night. Not almost to his average. He'll be at his average if he hits it, and he does. 13 points for Lyman. They found Meacham from the backside. Almost a clear path. He was trying to catch up to him and just kind of pushed him in the back. And McKay Meacham will head to the stripe. Coming up, we'll have our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Appreciate Johnson Pediatrics. Dr. Cody and staff make your kids feel right at home with all their dental needs. New patient special, exam, x-rays, and the cleaning for your kids. One low price. For new patient, call Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511. First, no good from McKay Meacham. Lead is still 12, 1:15 to go. Meacham splits him as the second one drops.
And can you get a push here with Lyman? Goes 1-on-1.
Lyman's going to spin, contact, kick out Holmes. He'll take the 3, no. Rebound, tipped, and last touch by the Warriors. Joey Robertson touched it last.
Yeah, they're covering up Brindley pretty well defensively, and Farrow. Farrow's only had a couple good looks tonight. Great job by Meacham on defense. As another tip pass on an inbound, this time by Dunkley. They'll stay with the Falcons.
64-51. Snow Canyon with the lead. 1:02 to go. Star Wars night. Student body section doing a little chants. Get their lifesavers out. Everybody dressed in costume. Lyman 3, no. Rebound Dunkley. Dunkley double teamed and he's fouled as he, I don't know if Holmes will get it or, no, it'll be Malik Dry. 54 seconds to go. Dunkley to the line. So far, 6 for 9 in the fourth quarter are the Warriors. Make it 7 for 10. You'll take 70% in the fourth quarter, trying to close out a game.
Oh, absolutely.
Dunkley's got 8 points tonight. And missed the second. He'll stay with 8 points for now. 65-51. Racing ahead. Stop, pop, 3. Farrow got it. Trevor Farrow and a quick timeout taken by Coach Potter. His third triple of the night. Canyon View has hit more three-point field goals almost, Andy.
Yeah.
They've got 10.
Threes.
9 field goals and 10 three-point field goals. They have one more 3 than they have. That's
amazing.
2.
That's unbelievable.
And we'll keep it right here. Timeout brought to you by Ryan Kramer, #1 realtor in Washington County. RyanKramerTeam.com if you want it sold or if you need to purchase a home here in Southern Utah. 65-54, that cuts it to 11. This is the closest Canyon View has been, but there's only 47 seconds left. And you feel like Snow Canyon hitting just enough of their 7 for 11 in the fourth quarter, just enough of their free throws to keep a pretty comfortable lead here. Both teams finishing up their adjustments. And inbound to Barney and a quick foul. 45 seconds left. Warner and Joey Robertson have been great tonight. Robertson has not scored in the fourth quarter, though. And has he even gotten a shot in the fourth quarter?
I don't think he has. Because usually if he shoots, he's gonna, he's made it tonight.
But Warner's got, 6 fourth quarter points. Dunkley's got 5. Barney's got 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Although Barney just missed that free throw. Leaving a little bit of hope here for Canyon View. But the second one is good. Barney's got 8. Let it go as far as they could before touching it. Now they'll drive it down the baseline. Lyman, left-hand lane, got it. And Coach Potter's going to take a timeout. 37 seconds to go. Nice move by Lyman.
Yeah, they cut it to 10. Snow Canyon was extended out on the three-point shooters like Faro, so they went back door. Got an easy layup.
Lyman's got 15. Keep it right here. Coming up, we'll take a look ahead to next week's games in Region 9 basketball. As we've got next Wednesday will be our next broadcast. As always, Wednesday and Friday in Region Play, we get one game on KDXU and one game right here on ESPN 97.7. Everybody looking forward to a good weekend. Fun to be with you on a Friday night. Next Wednesday, Cedar will be at Desert Hills. Hurricane will be at Canyon View, and Snow Canyon will be at Pine View. Our 2 radio broadcasts will be Snow Canyon at Pine View and Cedar at Desert Hills. Out of the timeout. Warriors lead by 10. And appreciate Holbrook Asphalt. The Big Score dessert is on tonight. So head on over there to Yogurtland, Red Rock Commons, and just ask for your free Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert at checkout. As with a jump ball, Dunkley gets tied up by Holmes. They're having their anniversary party. Craig Bullerjack's going to be in town next month. We'll have more details here on ESPN about that event at Holbrook Asphalt. 30 seconds, and it's a foul. And Robertson will go to the line. And now a chance finally for Joey to get some fourth quarter points.
He's sitting at around 20 tonight. Joey?
Yep.
20 points.
It is a final 58-44. Hurricane has beaten Desert Hills.
Robertson sinks his first free throw.
So Hurricanes now solo third place, Andy. They get some help tonight from Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
And now a leap and lean 3, grazed the iron out of bounds. It'll be back to Snow Canyon. So Robertson got 1 of 2 for 21 tonight. And a quick foul again. And they swat the ball away. Okay, Beecham, who just smiles.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating night for Farrow. I mean, he's made a couple threes, but really, Snow Canyon kept the big 3 of Canyon View pretty much under their averages. Brindley had a heck of a game, but Lyman and Farrow struggled a little bit. So did Holmes.
First free throw from Meacham missed. The free throw percentage is dipping a little bit here down the stretch. Meacham's got one more. He's just 1 for 4 in the quarter as he missed the second one. 20 seconds. But the lead is 12. Lyman 3, got it. Another Curran Christensen NAIXL Real Estate 3. Lyman's challenging Joey Robertson for the game high in points. He's got 18 now.
Yeah, just when you think, oh, this one's over, the clock's just going to roll out. Canyon View makes another shot and cuts it to 9.
10.7 seconds. Again, we're going to have a quick post-game show for you on TV and radio. Can't tell you, it just started the second half. Dixie State up 44-31 at Colorado Mesa. And can't tell you, Jazz are up 79-60, 3:20 left in the third.
Wow.
Minnesota's on a back-to-back tonight.
Man.
Beat LA last night at Staples Center.
And then Utah goes to Minnesota on Sunday night.
Meacham again missing free throws. Kick. Brindley, 3. Not this time. Rebound Holmes. Blocked by Robertson, and it's over. Snow Canyon notches their first Region 9 win of the season on the 25th of January. And they improved to 1-6 with a 68-59 victory.
And a fitting way for the game to end. Parker Holmes getting blocked by Joey Robertson, who was a monster down low for the Warriors tonight.
17 for Brindley, 18 for Lyman in the loss, 21 for Robertson, 19 for Warner in the victory. We'll have more for you after the 60-second timeout inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Again, the final for you one more time on the one-loss scoreboard, 68-59. Warriors beat the Falcons in Region 9 play.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden teeth holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Welcome back. This is our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show where the Warriors win at 68-59. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you, and a game in which finally Joey Buckets got it going inside, Andy. 21 points for the big man. Only had a free throw in the fourth quarter, so doing all of his work in the first 3 quarters.
His field goal percentage was amazing tonight. I mean, they got him the ball, and Kennyview had no chance of defending him. He was rolling inside the paint. He was rolling baseline, putting it up off the glass, making a 10-foot hook shot. He was unbelievable. And not just him, the entire Snow Canyon team, offense, defense, they played pretty much a perfect game for Coach Meacham here tonight.
And you look at the final Wilkinson statistics, and as we do so, we'll hand out some awards so we can get you out to the Utah Jazz game. Appreciate Dr. Cody at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. 21 points for Joey Robertson, 19 points for Cole Warner, 8 points apiece for Chance Barney and for Jacob Dunkley, 6 points for Boom Dalton, and 4 points tonight for McKay Meacham. For Canyon View, Mason Lyman had 18, 17 for Dallin Brindley, and 15 of his 17 came in the second half, and 14 of Mason Lyman's 18 came in the second half as they tried to come back, but they were down 22 at the break.
Yeah, I think Snow Canyon realized we have an advantage in the paint. They've got shooters, so they played man pretty much the whole game and just drove those guys out off the perimeter. The second half, Brindley got hot, but in the first half, the deficit was so much it was hard for Canyon View to crawl back.
Looking at some of our awards tonight, the Dash Trucking Player of the Game. We'll name one for each team. I'll probably lean Brindley tonight, even though Lyman had one more point. I thought just that barrage of threes gave them hope. He had 4 of them in the third quarter, 5 in the second half. We'll go with him as your Dash Trucking Player of the Game for Canyon View. And then for Snow Canyon.
Yeah, Joey Buckets.
Joey Robertson, 21 points. Although Cole Warner, maybe on that first and one he had in the third quarter where he spun and then finished high off the window, drew the contact, that might have been your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. And then there was the other one that I kind of called out a little bit early where Warner got the steal and then went down and finished it with the right hand, and that pushed the lead up, I think, back up to about 17 and kept that cushion where Canyon View really never threatened after that. They got it down to 11 there late, but not enough.
Yeah, Warner was great in transition. That's the one thing you can't do if you're the opposition is allow him to get into the passing lanes, get the ball and start running, because he finishes so well, and that's what he did tonight.
So your appliance wholesalers plus playmaker play of the game. We'll go with the Warner steal and finish. Then as far as your Jimmy John Super Sub of the game, got to go Boom Dalton for his points in the first half. Yeah, got to go with Boom Dalton for his in the first half, as you got he had 6 and just brought a lot of energy to Snow Canyon as they got the victory. And we got some coaches' comments here as Coach Meacham has joined us here. And Coach, how's it feel? First win. It's been a long time coming for you and the kids.
Oh, it feels great. I think I almost forgot what it felt like, but it's probably good that I'm away from my guys for a few minutes because I wasn't, happy with how we finished. I think we were a little surprised about being ahead. We haven't been ahead like that. You got to go out and still guard. You got to go out and finish games, make free throws. But I'm so proud of the defensive effort, especially in the beginning. Our focus was to get 3 stops in a row. We wanted to get 6 of them, and that's what we got. And to me, that was the whole key.
It was interesting because you told me in the pregame, you said Joey Robertson had his best 3 days of practice.
Yep.
Boy, did that show tonight.
Absolutely, and he took it upon himself, a senior, captain, leader, and those were, the best duck-ins that he's had all year, and he scored quick before double team came, and, credit our guards, too, for getting the ball into him, but he did. He led us through the last 3 days of practice, and he was a stud for us tonight.
We were talking in the pregame about, getting contributions from more than one guy, and Warner had 19, 8 from Dunkley, 8 from Barney. Barney had a great floor game tonight.
He just ran the team. He was a floor general out there. We spread the floor a little bit more this game to allow him to get to the basket, and he did. He handled it great, and more than that, I was happy with his defense. I thought he made it really hard for Mason, who's a really good player.
Yeah, no doubt. They made that barrage of threes in the second half, but you guys have built such a comfortable league, but it's hard to push them off that three-point line.
Yeah, they're just a great team. They can get hot, and that's the thing is you have to go out and guard every possession the same. And they'll see in film that down the stretch our defense got tired, got a little bit lazy, wasn't quite the same focus. And, but that's basketball, learning how to fight through the fatigue.
Next up, next Wednesday, the unbeaten team in the region, the Pineview Panthers. You got to go over to the pit and play them.
Well, they're just playing really good right now. They're just playing with high energy. They move the ball the best right now in the region, and they guard the best right now, and that's why they're winning.
Coach Meacham, thanks for coming up. Our Coach's Comments brought to you by Camping World. Nice win tonight, Coach. There you go. The Warriors get the victory. And again, your Dad's Trucking Player of the Game, Joey Robertson. Thank you, Dad's Trucking. Quality service carrier. Dad's Trucking, running strong since 1988. Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. We went with Cole Warner, who chipped in 19 tonight. And Boom Dalton is your Jimmy John Super Sub. Off the bench with 6 and a lot of energy in the first region win for Snow Canyon of the entire season. And we'll see what happens for them against the Pineview Panthers next Wednesday night. Let's get it out to Utah Jazz basketball. This has been the Johnson Pediatric District post-game show. Good night from Snow Canyon. The final one more time for you, 68-59, Warriors over Canyon View.